Let's rewind a little bit. Hi, guys. I'm Eileen, and I have a question for you. Are you feeling stuck or unmotivated while you're searching for your next or first job? Well, I'm going to be sharing five spiritual elements that you can bring into your job search to help you spice things up a little bit. So I have personally used each and every one of these elements in my own job search. Every single successful job search that I've had over the years, I've used these in order to get jobs and internships at companies like Google, LinkedIn, JP Morgan Chase, and more. So I am excited to share these with you right now. So let's get started with the first one. This is ground zero. And it's for me what I believe is the most necessary to start with in order to have a great job search. And that is having the belief that you can get the job you want, having the belief that you are valuable, having the belief that there's something that you're meant to do on this earth. And these jobs that you're going after are going to help you get one step closer to that mission, one step closer to fulfilling that purpose, one step closer to impacting the world in the way that only you can. So, if you believe that you were created and brought into this world for something more than what maybe is standard to believe, then I think that's a wonderful, wonderful place to start. It's a great foundation to have the belief in yourself, to have the belief in your purpose in the world, and to have the belief um, that things are working out for you. Things are going to work out in your favor. So, this belief is necessary in order to have faith throughout the job search that you will get there. It will take time, so don't rush it because I think this is another element or another part that can be tough while you're searching for a job. Um, Feeling like you might never get there, feeling like things are taking a little bit too long, feeling like just doubtful in general. I know I personally have been there, going through doubts and having the belief that things will work out. Don't be in a hurry because God is not in a hurry for you to fulfill your purpose. So take it slow, but always have the belief every step of the way that you are valuable and you are here for something great. So I mentioned the next word or the next element several times within the last one that I had, and that next word is purpose. So this is element number two that I personally maybe in the beginning didn't bring to my job search, but once I finally got things down packed when it came to looking for or getting hired, I brought purpose into the job search. So, in preparation for interviews, in preparation for networking events, I finally, after a long time of not realizing how important this was, brought purpose into my job search. So, what exactly do I mean by purpose? I mean a little bit of what I mentioned in the previous element, which is knowing that you were brought to this earth to do something specific or not even specific, but just to do something purposeful, something meaningful. And that could meaningful could be that you're impacting people, meaningful could be that it brings you joy and others get to watch you living out this joyful life. Any of these things can be purpose. It's for me personally something that's God given that, I was brought to this earth to do God's work, whatever that is, right? For everyone, it's going to be different. What are some ways you can figure out your purpose? My personal favorite way is through journaling. Journaling has been an incredible tool that I've used all of my life for the most part since I was about 10 years old. And it helps me get really clear on this purpose part as I go through my life. So I'm actually curious, do you journal? And if you do, what do you typically journal about? So comment below with your answer to that. I am curious. So for me, it's journaling other things you can do to figure out purpose over the years, over time, is praying, chatting with friends and family, looking at your past, looking into and imagining your future. And these are different tools that you can use to figure out your purpose. And don't get too caught up in this. You don't need to have 100% clarity as to what this will be. Um, but I think it's good to at least start with something. For example, you can start by saying, so borrow this for now if you don't have clarity yet, borrow this. Your purpose can be literally to fulfill your curiosity of interests. For example, you're interested in marketing, and therefore your purpose right now is to fulfill that curiosity of understanding marketing. Let's say your curiosity lies in accounting. Your purpose right now is to figure out what are the different aspects of accounting and what sparks your joy the most. That's your purpose I'm assigning to you right now. Obviously, if you have more clarity, you can use your own. Um, but let's start with something. So, the next spiritual element you can use to really spark things up with your job search is the concept of receptivity. Receptivity. So, what is receptivity? What does it mean to be receptive? It means that you have the ability to receive something. You are open to receiving things. So, this is something that concept I started learning when I learned a little bit more about femininity and the differences between going through your career using your masculine energy versus using your feminine energy. Receptivity really came up for me during that time. So I think this is really, 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 really helpful when it comes to the job search, because being receptive means you're open to opportunities. Being receptive means you're open to speaking to new people about their experiences in their career. Being receptive means that you're open to life kind of happening, going with the flow of life, going with the flow of the things that come up so that you can grab those opportunities as they come. You want to be open to the miracles and open to the blessings that life brings your way. So, receptivity is very helpful in helping you kind of relax into knowing and having the faith that things will work out, because the world is conspiring some beautiful things for you to get that job that you want. And you are open to receiving whatever that is specifically. Whatever it is the world is ready to bring to you, you're openly receiving that. So that is the third spiritual element you can use in your job search. The fourth is energy. I love this one because it is when pretty much when people say when you're going on an interview to be yourself. This is for me, that never really clicked. What does it mean to be yourself? And when I look at it from the perspective of what's the energy you are bringing to the job search, that's where it really starts to make sense for me personally. And maybe if you're similar to me, it will make sense for you as well. You want to be conscious and aware of the energy that you are bringing to the job search. So, pretty much everything we have spoken about up until now, having that core belief that you are meant to do something, and therefore this job search will result in success. Bringing that element, I mean, that energy throughout the job search, but also in your resume, in your interviews, in networking. Especially, for example, in interviews, I think that's where the whole be yourself advice comes up the most. And if you think about what is your energy, then you'll have a little more clarity. For example, positivity. Is that part of who you are? Then bring positivity to your interview. Is being bubbly and sparkly part of your personality, then bring that bubbly energy to your interviews, especially if it's going to help you get the job that you want. Let's say you're one of my good friends, she is super bubbly, and she's was job searching for recruiting. Perfect place to be bubbly, right? Um, so that's the energy that you can bring to your interviews. Same thing with networking. What's the energy you're bringing to networking? Are you bringing in a kind of energy that's really going to attract people to you? It's going to attract people to want to help you throughout this job search. Is it going to attract people to think of you when an opportunity pops up and then share that opportunity with you? So, this beautiful, juicy, lovely energy that you are and that you have, bring it to every aspect of the job search. Infuse your juicy energy into every single aspect, even your resume. And I think that will really add some spark and some spice to your job search. And for me, having that spiritual element in my job search helps me be a little creative with how I go through this process and makes it a lot more fun. So, energy is a fun element to bring into your job search. And then the last and final spiritual element, and definitely not the last overall, but the last that I will share with you right now, is clarity. Clarity. So, when we spoke a little bit earlier today about purpose, I think getting clear through journaling, through prayer, through chatting with a friend, through or a counselor or family member, having that clarity and bringing that to the job search can help while you're speaking with people. So if you get clear on purpose, even if it's something very small for now, right? Something that is easy to grasp, something that is easy to share. Like, I am just curious and I want to fulfill that curiosity by getting this internship. Having that clarity of purpose of why you're going through this job search will really help you when you're sharing your story. It's going to help you when you're writing your resume. It's going to help you when you're preparing for interviews. It's going to help you when you're making decisions once you've gotten offers on the table. It'll really help you make a decision between one offer versus another. Maybe one is offering more money and the other is offering more enjoyment. Which one are you going to go for? Well, when you have clarity of purpose, when you have clarity of the direction you're going in, all of this becomes so much easier to decide. Making decisions is not easy sometimes. Um, and especially when you are in the middle of exploding deadlines, or like, you only have 3 days to sign this offer, 1 week, 2 weeks, you have multiple job offers on the table. Things can get a little bit tricky, can get a little bit scary, it can get a little bit hard to decide. So having clarity of mind, clarity of purpose will really help you narrow things down. It will really help you bring clarity to your conversations. So that those are the 5 elements that I wanted to share with you, spiritual elements that will really help spice up your job search a little bit. So if you are struggling to gain momentum in your job search, I would love to help. You can drop your email in the link that I've added to the description box so that you can be the first to know when I release the Ignite Your Job Search course. So, in this course, I will speak about everything from knowing you are on the right path with your career and your job search. I will speak about crafting your career story for your interviews, for resumes, for networking, etc., etc., etc. So, there's a lot of stuff I'm excited to share with you all. So, do drop your email in the link in the description box. So, it's time to attract the job that you want, babe. So, thanks for joining me today. If you really got something, anything, any small thing out of this video, give the video a like so that other people can find the video, so that other people can also benefit from this information. And of course, if you want to share it with a friend, you feel like they will also find it valuable, feel free to do that. All right, guys, I will catch you in the next one. This was a lot of fun. So thanks. Bye.